and welcome to the SIS Wisdom Nuggets episode 2. And if you don't know what this is about, this is basically where I am sharing wisdom and lessons that I've learned from what I've navigated through in hopes that you are equipped and empowered to see transformation and change and healing in your life and hopefully achieve the goals that you desire to achieve and should achieve because you're deserving of your goals. So in episode 1, we looked at why it's so important for you to transform your mind, and we looked at the importance of your mindset in everything. And now, today, I just wanted to share 5 practices that you can implement in your day-to-day life that can help you as you are transforming and healing your mind. I usually refer to this as your weapon of war, like you're warring for your mind, warring for a healed, healthy mind, warring against whatever has tried to come against it, whether it be negative experiences or negative ways of thinking, like you're warring for your mind. And so, yeah, so the first weapon of war, well, the first practice that you can implement to heal your mind is to, first and foremost, actually be very intentional with what you are thinking, to be very intentional and mindful of what you're thinking. And this is not to become obsessive with what you are thinking, but to be mindful with what you are thinking. Do not be aimless with your thinking. It could be a negative situation that actually feels negativity or brings you back to that place of like pain and trauma, like rising up. Don't just go along with the daydream or go along with the thought or the memory. Address it, whether it's a call to go through a process of deeper healing and processing through that situation, or whether it's that it's now time to shut it down, shut down the thought. You reject the thought, let go of the thought, and you replace it with what is empowering, with what is good, with what is uplifting. That's the first practice that I wanted to mention. The second practice, or the second weapon of war to implement as you heal your mind and seek to elevate your mind, is to leave limiting environments. Leave limiting environments in this 2026 that we're entering into, and even before 2026. Now, if you're already now, leave limiting environments. I know you may or you're gonna soon know. I love my quotes. I love my quotes. And there's a quote that says, "Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble." Or there's another quote that you may have that is more commonly said in that, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. And the truth of the matter is that in most cases, we are a reflection or become a reflection of the people that we hang around or the rooms that we choose to remain in. Inevitably, in wherever we choose to remain, we will find ourselves beginning to reflect the mindsets of those in those rooms or the culture of that environment if you are not intentionally trying to resist that mindset. So I say to you, leave the limiting environments, leave the toxic environments. Refuse to be held back by people's limited beliefs or perspectives about a situation or about you. And find people that recognize the potential that is in you and that call it out. Surround yourself with people that speak life into you. Put yourself in the rooms that actually allow for growth, allow for elevation, allow for healing and facilitate and, speak into that. The third weapon of war or the third practice that you can implement is to be intentional with the content that you take in. Let us all take in good content in 2026 or even like now. Be intentional with the content that you take in. There's a saying that goes like you are what you eat. And whilst that's to do with food, it can be said to what we consume mentally, the things that we're watching, the things that we're listening to, the conversations that we are entertaining. Be intentional with what you are taking in. What you feed your mind with will come out. You reap what you sow. So if you find that you are entertaining things that feed hopelessness, feed brokenness, feed bitterness, or feed like envy or pride or pettiness, you will over time begin to think in those ways. So be intentional to feed your mind with what leads to growth, what empowers you, what uplifts you, not what drains you or feeds hopelessness or insecurity. What you take in will eventually affect your perspective and your choices, the choices that you make, and therefore the results that you see in your life. So please ensure that you are taking in good content. The fourth practice that you can implement to see healing in your mind as you are going on that journey of transforming your mind, healing your foundations, is affirmations. Affirmations are statements that you enforce as truth. They are to encourage you, empower you, and uplift you, and keep your mind aligned with a way of thinking, and obviously in this case, a healthy, empowered way of thinking. Obviously, with affirmations, you must choose to believe the things that you are affirming yourself with. Obviously, emotions will come, situations will happen, but it's important that you obviously address those emotions, and we'll look on how to do that in the future. But not allow yourself to be led away from what is uplifting. And I just wanted to give a I just wanted to say, be intentional to get into a routine of affirming yourself daily, whether it be in the evening or in the morning. I prefer to do it in the morning. It's just like, at the beginning of the day, like setting the pace for the rest of the day. And yeah, get into a daily routine of affirming yourself with words that uplift you, that speak life, that call out your potential. And the last practice that I wanted to share that you can use to see healing in your mind and transformation is meditation. And I just want to say, this is not the Eastern idea of meditation. We're not umming, we're not ahhing. It's not about emptying your mind. That's not what we're talking about here. That's not the kind of meditation I'm talking about here. No. By meditation, I mean to think on something and ponder on its meaning, to delve deep into what it means. Like just thinking on something, keeping your mind fixed on something. And obviously, in this case, would be what is empowering, what facilitates healing in you, in your mind, in your life. The goal is never to empty your mind. Because when your mind is empty, it opens up the door for foolishness and nonsense to enter in. The aim is to keep your mind focused and fixed on what is good, what is empowering, what leads to wholeness. And one thing that you could do is that you can have a topic that you focus on, whether it be for the day or even for the week or even month, like a topic that you're focusing on, like just thinking on and keeping your mind fixed on and meditating on until that belief is ingrained in you, that truth is ingrained in you. I just want to say though, don't try to meditate on too many things at once. There's only so much your brain can handle at a time. And you don't, the one thing is that you don't want to overwhelm yourself, because you trying to meditate on too many things at one time can lead to you like getting overwhelmed and therefore it being counterproductive and you not actually taking in anything. Like even in school, like we with the syllabus and whatever, you don't learn everything at once. You're not learning trigonometry and Pythagoras theorem at the same time. Like you have topics that you learn in every term. So like take it easy, please. Like take it easy. um so yeah, I those are just 5 practices that you can begin to implement, like practical things that you can implement in your daily routine that can help you begin to, as you go on this journey of healing and transforming your mind. And once again, check out the Dear Sis podcast, which is available on all platforms, where I do talk about this in a lot more detail. In the podcast, I do go into more detail on these topics. So until the next episode.